um, total pay. Yeah, so let's say like basic salary is like maybe 50%, transport is like 20% and all that, but there will be a gross pay. So so those are the things we are going to be looking at. So let's first start with the aspect of the employees. I know you know how to create employees already. So but I'll just tell you some things that might be important. So that you also know what functions they do. Let me share my screen. Hold on, please. So this is my screen. You can leave your mic on so that I will be sure that since we are not much, we are just two of us. Uh, okay, no problem. So we'll go to the aspect of the employees. Let's go to the employees. So definitely this is the list of all the employees, and if you look at, I'll just pick the first one. If you pick it, I these are just fields that you are familiar with. But one of those things that might be important, and I will tell you why they are important. When look at this designation, no, is it designation, branch, department, maybe grade. All these things might be important when you need to generate a batch payslip. So payslip itself is just for individual. You understand? But when we talk about payroll entry, so payroll entry is a batch of payslip. So instead of me picking employees one after the other, I can just say, oh, those people within a particular group generate their payslip for me. So it will generate for all of them. All of them will still stand out as one, but a function doing a function for multiple people at once. That's just the aspect of the pay. So all these ones might be important in some cases. I'll show you where you are going to use them. Then as well, I think attendance and leave also might be important here. Expense approval and expense approval, there should be shifts. Sorry, leave approval also. Look at these two things; they are very important. So in situations of leave and expense, these are also very important. Then what else? I just want to see again. So for cost center, yes, cost center might be important because when you are posting your invoice, you people always select a cost center, right? So the same thing too. So because all those costs need to report into a cost center that has been defined. So in terms of when you generate a pay slip, or your pay slip is supposed to also report into the financials. So for it to report into the financials, this cost center might also be important. You understand? It might be important in some cases. So I think those are just the only thing I would just have to show you. But if I remember anyone along the road, I will let you know. So that's for the employees. Now we go to the aspect of the salary component. Salary component have also been defined. So, but let me just go through them. So, salary component, these are all the tax element, the salary element, like your basic, all this is where you define all of them. basic, housing, transport, all of them. You create them, and these things are based on calculation. So computation, let's say a formula. So I'll just pick one. For an easy one, let me look for basic, so that you can understand basic, for instance. Now, okay, very good. See this abbreviation, this ABR is very important. So you need to understand the abbreviation you want to use. So you can use anything for your abbreviation, but when there are places whereby the system will request for this abbreviation, so you might want to, if you have a unique way of creating it, fine. But what I did was just to use basic pay then dash one, just basic pay one. I just use that, then the description is this. So I need to also tell the system that it is an earning. So it is either an earning or a deduction. So I need to tell the system that, oh, this is an earning. Now, which company will be using it and which account? Maybe when you want to post it into the ledger account, when you generate a payslip for somebody, which GL account should it go to? So this is where these ones are important. So this is for training, this is the account for training, this is the account for your life also. Then condition and formula. Condition and formula, yes. So now this is saying that this formula is saying that the base amount, which is the salary of the individual or the employee, the gross pay multiplied by 55%. So this is converted to rates 0.55. You understand? So that is why this is there. So this is base times 0.55%. So I think that's just the only thing that might be important at that level. So if this formula is based on a condition, so those conditions have to be defined here. For instance, I'm saying that 0.55 is for managers. You understand? So which means that I must have created a drop down for managers in my employees detail. So I must have chosen manager, maybe by grade or designation. I must have chosen it there. So this is where I will now specify that, for instance, it's manager and it is under designation. I will say that if designation is equals to manager. You understand? So the title or the ID has to be specified here. It means that whoever falls within this condition, that's when this formula would apply. But if I don't put anything here, it means that it is general, which means 0.55 is general to everybody. So, and those things are actually explained here as well. They are explained here. If you look at it, note, use field base for using blah 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 blah. They are definitely explained here. So situation whereby you still want to go through it, you can look at that. So that's just, yeah. Yes, please. Yes, you need to create it twice. You need to create this basic twice. Exactly. So um that is that. I think so. So for tax as well. Um so you don't need to write anything on the tax. So okay, for this we have 7.5% of tax as well. Let me see. I think that from the way Charity explained, maybe your expatriate or something. So those things are also, so all those things are also mentioned here in the condition. Okay, 0.75 as well. So that's just that. Then one thing I would want you, even if you are going to modify anything, don't modify all these tax. This tax one, if you want to modify it, I have to be involved, because this is what's it called? salary payee tax law. It's a tax law in Nigeria that governs Nigeria, and all those things have been specified here. All those things have been specified. We look at it, annual income. So all those things were done here. So which might be difficult for you to understand except you understand the manual aspect of it first. So, but for any other thing, pension, you don't need to touch pension as well. Anything relating to law, tax law or pension law, you don't need to touch that at all. So this is basic. So this is what I was saying the other time. If you see this BAP1 now, that's the abbreviation for basic. So the formula, this formula does not know the description or the name. What it recognizes is that abbreviation. So you can see abbreviation. This is for basic housing transport. You understand? So that is why the abbreviation is important also. So that goes like that. Now we are done with salary component. Now we are now entering gradually into the pay slip. Now before you can do pay slip, also, okay, no, sorry, there's this salary structure. So you need salary structure. This salary structure is where you will now put all those salary components that you have created. You now need to start adding them on that thing. So now you might have different salary structure, maybe because of the kind of employees that you have, and their basic housing transport and all those things are not the same. So some people collect this, some people don't collect it. You understand? So those, you are trying to segment them based on that structure. So that is what that salary structure would do. Now let's under my HR as well. Under my HR, no, under my payroll, salary payout, salary structure. So if I click here now, I should have, oh sorry, this is the assignment. Sorry. Salary structure. Okay, salary structure. So these are all the structures that are involved. So this is not needed to be here. I just need to delete it. I just need to delete. Okay, maybe when we are done, sure, and delete it off. This is not supposed to be here. So what are supposed to be here is because we have the test. We did for test, we did for training, we did for training and your life. You know, that's how we've been doing the whole thing. So if I click on this now, this has been submitted, so it is available to use. All these have not been submitted, just because, and these are the live. These are the live, yeah. So if you look at this now, for instance, I'll just pick one of them. If you look at them, you might come to deductions, earnings and deductions. So this is where you start adding. I will show you how to, because this is a new one, so that if you look at this now, contract amount, I will explain why this is like this. If I still remember, I will explain. So this is for base. These are the deductions that are here. Now these deductions based on, let me just create one. Look, let me create one so that, let me just try to create one. So I'll give a name. I can just call this, let's say 1 2 3. Let me just say, and the company, also this company is also very important. So the employee must also be attached. So whatever the company that the employee is attached to, that's what will be available for this structure. So let me say for this structure now. So then, okay, it's active monthly. Okay, all this becomes like this. Then here, so this is where you start adding each of those components. So for instance, if I want to add basic on this now, I will say basic. I'll just add basic here. So immediately you put basic here, you don't need to put any amount here again. So automatically it will drop the formula. You see, it will drop the formula. So if it has the formula, there's nothing you want to do here. And I'll put another one, let's say housing. Housing, automatically it will drop that as well. So the same thing too goes to all deductions. Let me say deductions are there. 7% VAT, automatically it brings that. And all this as well. Pension, pay, all that. I will drop down here. So automatically it drops down here. So and all I just need to do is to save it. And submit. So when you do that, that is when you will now start having something like this. So you have something like this. So that's it. Now, from what he explained to us, she said, I think these ones, they are not supposed to be collecting. Okay, they are not. They don't have those basic housing. They give them a flat. They give them a flat amount, so they don't break down their payments. So, and we are telling the system that okay, anybody that is a contract on contract list, you will have a contract amount. You don't need to put the amount there. So there's a place for you to set the base amount. So when you set a base amount, it is multiplied by 1 and that's all. It drops the calculation for that person. And if there's any deductions, it will draw out these deductions automatically from this person. We are going to see a scenario. So let's say I will remove, let me go back again. So let me see another one. Okay, there's another one. EBS employees under probation. From what she explained, said there are some employees that are under probation, as in maybe the first 3 months or so. So, and I think those ones don't pay, they don't deduct, there's no deduction for them. You understand? But they have all those basic housing, transport, other allowances broken down like this. So this one is for those set of people. So the same thing, let's see, I think confirmed, yes. So confirmed, anybody under confirmed means is a full-time employee. So full-time employee should have everything. So you should have all this. So because they are under that group, they will all have this. So at least, let's say like 50%, I don't know, but I'm just talking, like 50% employees in EBS should be attached to this structure. Yeah, exactly. So that it can compute all this for them. What else? I think that is, I think general, I don't think we use general again. I think general was for a particular, I think it was for training or so. I think we use that for training. Okay, now you now understand the structure. Now, if you now need to attach somebody to a structure, that is maybe a new employee comes on board, you need to attach that employee to a structure. I believe that the person will be under probation, so I expect that it is under EBS employees under probation that the person should be. So under that, click on assign salary structure. Is it assign salary or assign employee? Anyway, let me see this first. So so you can use this as well. So you just pick the employee name. You pick the employee name. Okay, this will remove. Okay, let me go back again. I think there was a reason why. Okay, let me do assign employees. Okay, I think this is if you are doing a bulk, maybe they are much, Like for instance, you people are just started and you know that they are much and they have the same department and all that. So you can decide to or put their you want it to filter by this group of things that you have created. You understand? But if you want to attach them individually, you can use this and just pick. That means you are picking for one employee after the other. Now this date is important. So let's assume this employee, the salary structure, you want to start running your payroll as at January now. If this employee does not fall within that date of January, for instance, oh, I started giving this salary structure to this employee on the 1st of January this year. So if I say on the 1st of January this year, which means if I want to run payroll slip for December 2023, it will not allow me because this salary structure is beginning from this so date exactly. You understand? So that is the essence of this date. So it is highly important as well. Now this is where you now specify the gross salary of the employee. So this is the base that the system was asking or that will be relating that computation to. So that is that. So you don't need to choose any other thing here. These are the things you only need to do, and that's all. And you save it. So when you save it, it means that you have done a salary structure assignment. So the first thing we did was to look at the components. We looked at the employees, the things that are important there. We looked at the components, how to create a component. We also look at a salary structure, how to define a salary structure. Then we need to look at how to assign a salary structure. This is what we have done here. You understand? So I think those are just, let me go back there again to salary structure. So why don't I use this? I think there is a reason why I don't use this. Okay, I think something is graded out here. Let me use add salary structure assignment. Something. Let me just pick one employee for instance. So I don't know, but I think it's not always dropping for me here. I don't know. I can't even remember the reason why. Okay. Okay, I think the employee must be under. I don't know. I just noticed that when I did yours, I noticed that this does not drop down sometimes for me. Yes, I think so. So that's okay now. Okay, this is where the issue is. So automatically, when I click on new salary structure for me, I cannot toggle. Yes, I cannot change the company. And this company here, it is only the salary structure for this company that is going to drop down for me. So I can't change the company. So I can't use test. So that was why I said, okay, it is better for you to use from the salary structure itself. So if you go to the salary structure, so I just wanted to show you the difference between the two. So if I come to my salary structure here, it is easy for me to click on any salary structure and attach the employees here. So this would allow me based on based on where it was created from. So that was the essence of that. So that's aside. I think there is another thing. Okay, I think that's all. That is so the payslip now. So the payslip, if you come here to under HR. Okay, yes. Yes, so now there is payslip, there is payroll entry. So payslip is for individual. If you want to generate for individual, that's when you use salary slip. But if you want to generate for bulk, this is when you use it. But even though you are generating for bulk, automatically it will create them here. For instance, let's say for a department, there are 5 employees in that department. If you use payroll entry, it will do for all those 5 on that form. So by the time you do your posting or you complete that processing, it will now come here to drop them again as individual. It will drop them as individual. So let's go back. Now, also before I go into salary slip, also there is this additional salary also, which is very important. At times there are variances, maybe for lateness you want to deduct a certain amount of money, or there is additional payment. So this additional is doing 2 things. It's doing for deduction, and at the same time it's doing for addition to your salary. So you need to do this additional salary first before you come here to salary slip or payroll entry. So this must be done first. So if I click on this, for instance, I now feel that okay, maybe there is an employee that needed additional salary. So, or yeah, additional salary. Let me use that word. So it comes here, then you choose the employee. You choose the employee. What assign salary structure to this employee? So that's why I said that salary structure is very important first before assignment of salary structure. So he's saying that this employee does not have a salary structure, but I've just used this for testing. So you just pick the employee as long as that employee is attached to a salary structure. Then you choose the date in that month that you know that this salary, this deduction, is a variance. So it is not like every month. It has to be so it is not every month. All you just want to do is that, oh, for this particular month, I want to remove it. So, and if it is that, all you just need to, let's say this is January. Now, maybe the person, any date within that month. So let's say as at 11th of January, there was a deduction for this person. You just pick that. Then what else? Then you now need to specify the salary component. Yeah, so you pick the salary component here. So most times, so in this case, your salary component will not have a formula. Whatever salary components you want to use here will not have a formula. So you must have created a salary component for that. For, let's say, it's surcharge. You are surcharging this thing. So your surcharge is not a percentage on something. So based on that, it will show you whether it is a deduction or an addition. Then you now need to enter the amount here. You understand? So this is like more like a flat amount. So you just enter the amount here, you save and process it. You understand? Then I think here, if it is recurring, let me see here. So this is a monthly thing. Maybe somebody spoils maybe one of the assets in the office, and the management has agreed that okay, convert it to loan for this person. So you want to be removing it every month. You want to remove it for every month. So this one is not like a collected loan, but you are converting whatever he has done into a loan. So in that situation, you just say, oh, you want to be removing this certain amount of money from which date to which date. So I can say from January, I can say it's starting January till, let's say, till April. You understand? So that is when I know that, oh, this thing would complete itself. So, and most times, it is also important that when you are generating some of these transactions, it is also good that you take note of the salary pay date. So I don't know your salary pay date anyway, but mostly it is 25th of the month. So as long as that, you are just looking for a uniform way of maybe just to make sure that your salary is well arranged or your pay has been arranged. But if it is a situation that this thing happen on this so 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 date, let's assume this person collected loan and or he collected a salary advance and you just want to deduct it from that person and it is happening in that date that it happen, you can actually choose that date anyway. Yeah, the same day that it happened. But most times your salary preparation is always on the 25th of each month. So if I use 25th, which what it means is that it's going to, for every 25th it will generate a pay slip, for it will generate a salary component for this person in addition to a salary or in subtraction to, so whatever, if it is a deduction it will subtract from it. If it's an addition it will add to it based on this amount that is also here. So that is for additional salary. So if all things being equal, we believe that, oh, we have done all that, then we need to generate a pay slip for this person. I come to salary slip, I click on add salary slip. Do I know okay, let me just choose this for example. If I pick this automatically, no active or default salary structure. Okay, let me create one, and I will use test because I noticed that most of the ones we created has been deleted. But let me create employee. The employee, no, sorry, I don't know, I think they've been deleted on that also. Salary structure. Oh, salary structure. Okay, so let me see if there's, okay, let me try to use this EBX contract stuff. Let me use this. And okay, I think, okay, yeah, sorry, I missed this out from when I was explaining the salary structure. This account too is also important too. It's also important. So you need to also specify which accounts in terms of payment. Yetunde will be in the best position to explain or to tell us where the money will be coming out from. You understand? So you need to specify the bank at which that money will be coming out from. This is important. There's still another place that is also important. There is another place. I will, maybe when I get there, maybe you guys see, but I've not seen it so far. Sure. Salary payable. That one is for salary payable. There's an account on that also. Yesterday understand all that as well. So I want to assign a salary to this person. A salary. I want. Let's say. Let me see. I don't know if I have. All these people are your people, Abi. Okay. Okay. So let me try this. Okay. So let's use this. Um. So we are using test EBS contracts salary structure. So let's assume it is starting from, let's use December 2023. So maybe we might have, so let's say it's starting now. And another thing that is important, if you are creating salary structure for a new person, also the joining date, employee joining date, let me show you. I'm sure you must have seen that somewhere. Employee joining date must not be before this date, sorry, must not be after this date. This date must come after. Let me show you what I mean. um yeah. So date of joining. If I am preparing a salary before this salary structure before this date, the system will throw me an error. So it has to be a date after this date or same date. You understand? So let's assume this person, like you, let's assume this is 2019, and we are actually in 2019 on this month, and this person is joining on this day. So if I want to attach the salary of this person, so the best thing for me to do is that I would have to pick this same date for the person's salary structure. So if I use the same date, then there is no issue. But if I do a date before it, then there is going to be an issue. So that aside, let me close that and come back here. So this is happening on 20, let's say I wanted to start from 1st of December 2023. So this is it. Now, this was what I was telling you. Payroll payable account. So when you are assigning your salary structure, you must specify the date. You must as well specify the payroll payable account. You understand? That's why I said Yetunde understand this well, so she understands how this would come out. Although for charity, I think for charity there are only two. She's only two that she's going to see there, because I've restricted her to just two. So it's either she see for the test, and it's going to be payroll payable. I think there's something called net salary payable. So that's what. So depending on what she chooses, the company she chooses. If she chooses training, she will see only net salary payable test. If she choose your life, she will see for EBS. So whatever, but she won't see for others, because we don't want anybody to start posting to. But if she choose this, she will see this alone. So except Yetunde have a way of, maybe it is different from each other, maybe based on the groups and that. So if she say it is different, then it means that we would have to make sure that she's what's her name? Charity will be able to see others as well. Yeah, but if it is just one and there is no other payable, then I think this is fine. So all things being equal, we've been able to assign this. Okay, now let's assume we're giving 400 on this. So now payroll cost center. If I wish to attach a cost center and group it by maybe there's a percentage. For instance, there are some companies that usually do apportion basis based on employees. So for instance, there's a certain percentage that goes to technical. There's a certain percentage that goes to admin and all that. So in a situation like this, you might want to do this. But if yours is just once, you might just leave it as it is. Or if Yetunde says it is important for you to add the cost center, yeah, you can come here as well and pick the cost center that she says that, oh, this particular person, let's say it's head office, I can just say head office, then my percentage here will then be 100. That's what it means. Then I'll save it. So if that is not the case, let's just do this like this. So this means that, okay, I have all this. This is what I have. Then I click on save. So I've saved this person. So which means I can prepare his salary. I can prepare salary from this date using this salary structure for this individual. Then I just click on submit. Are you sure you want to submit? Yes. And that's all. So it means you have assigned a salary structure to this person. Now we are now going back to our sleep. So going back to our sleep, then I click on add salary slip. It only asks me for the name of the person. Remember, I'm doing this for an individual. I'll just click on this. Now, posting date. I want to prepare for December. Let's assume this was for December. So because the date falls, this person, I can prepare for December if I wish to prepare for January as well. But let's assume I want to prepare for December too. I'll just pick, okay, posting date is 25th. Then what else? This is under training already. What else? So automatically it will bring the salary structure that this person is attached to. Now, so automatically as well, it's supposed to bring for, maybe because of that date there. So I want to say, okay, now why this date is important is because you remember you were doing some additional salary. So if that date does not fall within this date, so it's not going to add it to your salary for that month. You understand? So I need to specify that, oh, this salary, it is from this so date to this so date. So I will just say December 1st to December 31st. So out of my head, you can see, so it will just drop down that for me. And the payroll frequency is just monthly, and that's all. So what else? So now, another thing that is important, or you may see, is this. Look at this now. Payment day. Look at what the system will do. By default, we have said that the payment date is 21 days. That's what the system will compute for you. Now, the payment days, the working days, average working days is 21 days based on what the system has computed. And how did it get this computation? It looks at that month, this month that you have chosen here. It looks at that month, and it also looks at what's it called? Your holidays. You know, there's a place where we set up holidays. So it looks at that. Any day that falls within this month that is under that holiday is going to remove it and get the exact working days. But if that date is not in that month, if there's no holiday in that month, it means that it's going to bring out the whole 31 days. You understand? So that is why these working days will be. Then it understands that if there is no absenteeism, I can see that you people are using the attendance already. So assuming somebody is absent within that particular day, the system will remove that day from this payment day. It will remove it. So let's assume this person was absent for a day, and the system has seen that you have recorded it that it was absent for that day. It's going to make it displays 20 days instead of 21. So if this date and this date is equal, it means that this person is collecting a full salary. You understand? It's collecting a full salary. Now, also, this one is for leave, but maybe another time when we get to that level, I just want us to take it one after the other so that you don't have too many contents to consume on it. So this is very straightforward because that leave is another thing that is a little bit there. So you need to understand the payroll process first. So now, earnings and deductions. You can see that based on whatever you have selected, automatically the system will drop down the computation. Did we compute anything here? No. The system automatically does that for you. So you don't need to do anything here again. So now, net pay info, the system will just tell you the payment that is going to give for that month. Then I think for outstanding, maybe previous month and all that is going to also draw down for you. Then bank details. Now, another thing that is important here is maybe bank details regarding the person. We don't need to pick journal entry here. I think so, but we'll see. But all these ones are not really important. But if you wish, like all this one, I think we added this one too. So bank name, you need to enter the employee name, the employee's account and all that, bank account. So you need to fetch that here, and that is all. Bank account number, and that is all. So let's assume that is done. Let me save this. I don't want to. Okay, yeah, I'll save this. So because this is one already, let me save this. Then we will do another one for January, but that one we will now use payroll entry so that we can see the difference. So automatically you only pick the employees and any other thing there. Then I click on submit. So I submit this. Yes, do you want to submit it? Yes. So with this, the system has generated. So I can decide to now, I don't know, is your email, your email is on this, then check if you got any notification or payslip or whatever. You got it, Abi? So I just wanted us to clarify that as well. So now this is your payslip, but you can, I think I designed a payslip here. So EBS salary slip. So you just click this, just change it to EBS salary slip. If you wish to print it out, then I think you have something like this. So there are different formats that are available here. So whatever one you wish to take, you just, I think this one was. So if there are things that are not needed here, we can actually remove it. You know how to do that now. So this shouldn't be an issue. So this is your payslip. Very straightforward, nothing, no issue. You understand? So that is for individual slip, individual salary slip. So what if it is for bulk? Of course, I don't expect somebody to be doing this one after the other. At least one of the things the HR complained about, which I told her that it is never possible, it is not done anywhere. She explained that she wanted a kind of format that it is more like Excel, that you'll be printing out those things. She does not need to be doing transaction every month. I said, where is it done? Every month you need to do transaction. So when you do transaction, that is what we report for you. You want to go back to see, you need an history of what was done last month. So you should be able to do that on the system. So that was the only thing I know I did not agree with her. And I said that is not possible. Now, so the next one, let's go to salary payout again and come to payroll entry. So if I come to payroll entry here now, so now if I want to generate a payroll entry, there are some prerequisites that the system would want. You are generating a payroll entry for same people within the same salary structure, the same company, the same department, or any of those things. So I will click on add payroll entry. I'll click on add payroll entry. Now coming here, I'm generating for this month, let's say 25th of this month. Then automatically it brought out this. Frequency is monthly. Now here I don't want for EBS, want training, I do for EBS training. So this will leave. So I'll pick this here as net salary pay. So automatically any additions that comes within these dates is what will also be reporting here. Then I come here under employees. So there are two ways. Is either I start picking the employees one after the other, but how long do I want to do that? No, I don't need to do that. Or I come here as branch. So what I told her is that, okay, if you want to do for everybody at once, and they are within the same salary component which has been stated here. I think the salary based on whatever that is here. Okay, no, this one is not restricted to a salary component. It will do for all of them. So I said, rather than you, so why don't you just have everybody created under maybe branch 1 or general, so that you will know that it will drop down for everybody at once, as long as they are attached to a salary component. So I don't know if your name is attached to general. Let me just see something on the, okay, yeah, see this branch now. So it's under general. So if I pick general here, I expect it to drop. If I don't want to use general, I want to use the department. So the department also, I can, so it's more like you're filtering your information based on that employees, those set of employees, those group of employees. So let's assume I'm using, let me use general, maybe. So general now, then I click on, so I don't need to pick all this because I have general, and if everybody is attached to general, I can. But if after general I now say, oh, okay, general, yes, but it is not for all of them, there are still some department there, it means I have to come and pick the department as well. You understand? So let's say I just click on save, for instance now. So it's under draft. Now watch, oh, I've only saved it, then I click on get employees. Get employees. So it will drop down. You can see no employees found for the mentioned criteria. Now it's looking at the criteria. Company, EBS training. So because you are not under that training, that is why it's not dropping here. Now all this again. So what I will do is, let me just let's see, so that we can train you, or let me just change yours to, for this training purpose, we'll change it back. And just save this. Okay. So let me say now. You can see it is only your name that it dropped down. So if all of you are under training, that's how it's going to drop down for all of you like that. It's going to list out everything. So instead of you clicking on add, you don't need to click on add again. Then the system will tell you the numbers of employees that are on it. So all things being equal, I can come to accounting here to choose the cost center. So I need to select the cost center here. What else? The payment account as well. So this is the bank also. You pick the bank and all that. Then okay, since that one is under training, that one is under training, so we can still, okay, now let me just pick okay, let me pick this bank account. This is not even needed here. So what else? Now watch something that would happen here. I have attached that employee to a training and all that. See this, when you click on submit, I told you that for every payroll entry that you do, it will automatically generate a salary slip for all the employees that you generated that are under that payroll entry. So it's going to automatically generate them. The same thing too is going to generate into the financials. So you will see the journal entry too will be updated. So let me just do this and say, and click on save. Since we've saved that, then I click on create salary slips. So if it is 100 employees that are there, so instead of me going to salary slips to pick them one after the other, automatically it will drop down for all of them here. By the time I click on create salary slips, so it has created, but it's saying something. Submit this document to confirm salary slip creation failed. You can resolve this issue. So what's the issue? So if I click here, failure details, You can see, I hope you understand what he's saying now. So it's not in the physical year for training. So that's why it brought out that error for me. So let's see, did it generate anything? No, it has said it will not generate anything. Just to be sure, let's go back into the salary slip to confirm. So this is for last year. So this is just for last year. So I'll go and create what is requesting for now. Let me create that. I'm sure this is for, okay, so I'll just add for training here. Just add training to it and save it. So that is done. So now I can click it again. Let's click it again to see. Let me just be sure that it not remove this. So all these things still here. Create salary slips. So you can see that it is submitted. So if you come to connection now, you will see that it has generated. So this particular payroll entry generated one slip. This is what it means. So if you go to your salary slip now, if you come to our salary slip list, you can see. So, but it is still under draft. Now, why is it under draft? It's just that it's created. So still on this screen, you now need to submit salary slip. So if I click on submit salary slip, this will submit salary slips and create accrual journal entry. Do you want to proceed? Yes. Okay, salary slip submitted from this period to this period, so which is just January. So it has done that. You understand? And it has also created a journal entry here. So if I come here now, you can see that this thing is now on submitted. So the same thing too, because at times because at times you might find some errors when you are generating this thing, but it will tell you where the issue is. So most times it can tell you that, oh, the payroll, the pay element that you created is not attached to a particular GL account. But that still does not stop you. As long as it has created a salary slip on this list, it doesn't stop you. So you can do a bulk submission. All you just need, let's assume all these ones are under draft. So because the payroll might not, the HR might not be interested in what is happening in finance. Fine. But she can as well come here and just select all of them and say action. As at that time, she would have seen submit. Then she can submit for all of them. You understand? So that is for that. So all things being equal, now make bank entry. Make bank entry this function should be for finance. This function should be for finance, so it shouldn't be her doing the, but as long as she has submitted her own and is displaying there, so the finance can come here and now say make bank entry. Just click this. So it's more like that is when you are making your payment. Yes, you are making your payment. Then you will see it here. This is it. So you just click on this, for instance. I think this is training, right? Okay. So and just submit it. So all things being equal, submit this. But if it is, because this thing that we did is only for, I think it's just wait, let me do this. Okay, wait first. Yes. but there's something called, okay, saying this is, there should be something called journal entry, salary journal, payment salary for, I can just say 1, 2, 3, and it's happening in this same month. Let me see. Let me see what's happening. Let's say this was when the money was paid, and I save it. Then I submit this. Yes. Oh, so cost center now. Yeah, cost center. It's talking about cost center. It's saying a particular cost center does not belong to. So let me see. Because we are using training. Let me see. Uh, so this, that's why it's saying this. Um, okay, let me just use this for instance. Okay, and I do this as well. Do this as well. Save this. Let's submit. Yes. So that aspect is completed. So there should be a place for payroll journal. So that's what I'm looking at. Let me go back to that salaries, no, payroll entry. Okay, so this, so this has been completed. Let me see what is there again. Okay, this is what it generated. Okay, maybe because I was expecting it to split. Which one is this? Okay, no, this is it. This was what I was looking for. This is it here. So this is, it will automatically generate a salary structure. Exactly. Salary, we call it payroll, salary, yeah, payroll journal. So it will automatically create a payroll journal here. You can see basic. If there are any other thing, I would just appreciate if you two can also test it. So, and if you have any other issue on it, let me know. Then we can. Then there's another thing. I think I created something on movement, because you know, like now, your salary structure now. This particular person is on a somebody that is coming in for the first time will be on probation, but after 6 months, when you people confirm the person, you need to move the person to a new salary structure. So in that situation, as long as in that situation it's still the same thing, the only thing is that they must not fall within the same date. Let me say salary structure again. I mean, I like typing it, Jerry. Salary structure is faster. How have you been saying the system? How has it been like? Exactly. Things okay. Mm. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay, no problem. So now, if you are moving somebody from one salary structure to the other, the only thing you just need to do is still the just pick the other salary structure and just say, oh, assign employee or assigned salary structure. Then pick the, let's assume, okay, this one is not on training. Okay, okay, this one is on training. Let me just pick yours for instance. So let's say, let me just say it is this. Now I'm moving Demilade into this. The only thing I just need to do is I'll pick, you've prepared payslip for January, and this person is supposed to start in February on a new salary structure. So I'll just pick February there, and that's all. I'll just pick this person. Oh, this person is starting on a new salary structure in February. Oh, sorry, February. Yes, February 24. So I'll just say February 24. Let's say starting on the 1st of February now. And that's all. Then definitely his value must have changed. Then I put if it is still the same amount, I put the same amount there, and that's all. So it means that he's on a new salary structure. He's no longer using that salary structure. That's what it means. So that's just it. There's nothing else on it. But as time goes on, I'm sure there will be issues relating to leave, because we have to look at leave again. Or maybe what I would do is that I can give you also the access to the training. You understand? So if you are looking for something, you can actually go to the training to see it, and if there is anything that you want to do, although I will have to subscribe for that thing, as like I said, I will subscribe between now and tomorrow. Yeah. All right, so thank you.